So yesterday I woke up and the first couple of shorts, the first couple of YouTube videos that I saw were all about this topic. I caught wind of it yesterday and I woke up today and saw this poll, so I figured I might as well make a video on this, show you guys some funny shenanigans or nonsense that's going on. So, Nadia, some woman that plays Call of Duty. Nothing special there. But read the poll. Is Nadia cheating? It's overwhelmingly 92 to 8%. Let's just read some of these comments. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of overhearing about this chick. To me, her cheating isn't even the worst part. It's the amount of lying and willingness to manipulate the narrative. Whether it's gender, sexuality, pretending her family's at risk. This is what happens when you treat all females like innocent creatures. Yeah, I don't know. This is why it's so annoying. Nobody actually gives her credit if she's cheating. It's the blatant lying. So there's a lot of people who are just completely on the side of she's cheating, like this one. A moment of silence for the brain dead people who are from the 8%, 51K of votes who don't think she's cheating. Amen, but now it's 9%. I'm part of the minority. I think the evidence provided isn't good enough to prove her guilty at the moment. Yeah, so you see how the people are talking in the comments. Now, obviously, I had to get on my pointy tinfoil hat and go moist critical mode and do some research. And so I decided to do a little bit more research into it because this topic is very important. I mean, after all, the new Modern Warfare is coming out. So as I was doing my due diligence, I found a lot. I'm going to show you guys some clips in a second. But overall, I'm going to read this comment. The most frustrating thing is bots accusing incorrectly on innocent clips. And it's so easy to hide acts even with this information being kicked from the... Oh yeah, so basically there's a whole lot of stuff going on. There was this LAN event that she went to and she did so bad. Apparently, it was, I watched some clips and she really was doing horrible. It was almost as if she had never touched Call of Duty, and or she was playing on a completely different interface. Like, she usually plays with, like, say, an Xbox controller, and they gave her a PlayStation controller, something along those lines. That's how bad she was doing. Anyone who plays on one to the other, you know that it's not like you're going to directly translate skill. For example, I learned that the hard way. Like, whenever you go to your friend's house and you're playing and you're like, hell yeah, I'm better than you, and then you're playing like fucking at 25% of your natural capabilities. One of these comments says, look at how she played at the event like an AI. Honestly, that's the perfect way of telling if she's a hacker or not. We should legitimately put her in a match with bots. Like, literally, don't tell her that they're bots, but put her up against bots, because that's something you can do in COD. Okay, with all that being said, I just want to omit some further information, because I feel like the COD community will try to hide this from you, because it kind of makes all of their arguments less compelling. The majority of Call of Duty players, over half of them, or at least half of them, their KDs, do you want to know what their KDs are? This immediately practically discredits like half of these people's argument. I'm not keen on saying they're just trying to berate her because it's a girl and they don't like girls in the COD community. That's obvious. But it's not just that. Obviously, there's some reasonable amount of information that could provide that she's cheating. So we're going to look at the clips, but before I say that, let me just say this. Call of Duty is one of the easiest first-person shooters in the world. The time to kill is literally, like, it's split second. It's 1 second type shit. Like, you can run around with the sniper rifle, headshot someone, instantly kill them with 1 bullet. And then not even just that, like the ARs, the SMGs, the pistols, their time to kill. Time to kill is very important in a first-person shooter. For example, that's what sets Call of Duty apart from, say, Apex Legends. Apex Legends is highly skill-based because the movement, the gunplay, and then also just the time to kill. You have time to recover, and you also have time to get out of the way. You know, like Call of Duty, the time to kill is practically one bullet. So there's really not much you can do, and it's really hard to mess that up. But in Apex, if you whiff half of your clip, or if you only hit one bullet, then you've practically done only like 1/3 worth of the damage necessary. And so I'm not really trying to compare the two games, but I'm trying to tell you that for people in Call of Duty's KDs to be so low, I mean, just look at it. The average KD on Warzone is literally a .092. Like, they can't even make it to a 1. That literally means that most of the time, Warzone players are dying before they can even manage to get one kill. It's fucking Warzone. Like, bruh, how are you guys so bad? You might be cheaters too. You're talking like you're good, but I mean, I bet half of you fucking have worse KDs than the average. Now I'm gonna show you some clips, and these are pretty damning. I'm not gonna. So this is the female in question, the female at hand, on hand. I find it hard to believe that a player who can drop 51 kills on Rebirth Island at home is gonna just be completely inept, completely garbage and dog shit. But with the example that I said before, going to a different environment, using a different interface, that really does throw you off. You could go, if she didn't have her settings, that's one reason. But I feel as if you're allowed to get your settings. Like, there's a long amount of time for setting up your exact settings, and I hear a lot of nonsense. I know she didn't get kicked out of the LAN tournament. Let's just watch these clips real quick, and we can keep talking.
One, I haven't played at all. I have not.
Here's the primary reason why I'm a skeptic. A lot of the reasoning behind her cheating, most of the evidence that these people are omitting or putting forward, it's literally just, her aim right then was bad in comparison to when she was at home. That's absolutely ridiculous. Like, those are the worst accusations for accusing someone of cheating. Like, borderline retard shit. That's literally why half of the fucking community has a KD under a 1. If you think she's cheating simply because she can fucking laser, she has good tracking at home, and then when she misses the first half of a clip at a LAN tourney, like, come on. It's literally, first of all, you guys have no clue what the pressure is at LAN. It's completely different than just, you're literally on a stage, you literally are thinking to yourself like, oh, I have to do my best. And we all know what trying too hard gets you. It gets you fucking, like, you're literally acting like, okay, here's the easier way to explain it. Like, trying too hard, sometimes, instead of like hitting your shots, your goal is to track them, and you want to have a good recoil control and whatnot, but overall, your goal is tracking. And so, when you're tryharding, and you're desperately trying to shoot and aim, like, of course you're going to whiff half of the fucking clip. You know, you're literally aiming at nothing. It happens to everyone. I don't understand how gamers don't acknowledge that. This clip right here, she just had a little frame lag. This doesn't look like hacking. Like, literally, this doesn't even look like a hacking clip. It just looks like a fucking server lag, server issues, something like a server reset, something stupid. But it doesn't look like hacking to me. Honestly, I highly doubt that Activision is going to invite a hacker. It's practically like the odds of them not intercepting a hacker are very low. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but like, come on. Let's be real.
I mean, obviously, we're not getting signed.
Like, it's just like a frame glitch. I have no idea like how this happens. We have 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Here's how I'm gonna close it. If you think she's hacking, you gotta provide better evidence for one. Literally, they accused Symphony of hacking for months. Months and months. They just accused Sim for hacking, and we all know that he's literally not hacking. I mean, his accusations are different because he intentionally created clips that would make it look like he was hacking. Okay, and she's just getting called out for being a shitter at a LAN tournament when she's pretty cracked at home. With that being said, I need to have certain information in order to accuse her of being a hacker or being innocent. For example, does she have the same exact settings that she has at home at the LAN? I mean, she should be able to. If she doesn't, it makes a lot more sense. How was she feeling? Because that's genuinely in there. If she's like feeling angsty and all clammy and feeling cold, then it doesn't make much sense to argue that she was hacking, because everyone has those days, especially on tournament day. Like, that's when it's most relevant. Like, you're just playing like shit and there's nothing you could do. Look at how TSM did in the most recent ALGs. Literally, they got 7th place overall in the whole tournament. And if you saw the way that they were playing, you would be like, holy fuck, these are cheaters. You see, one thing you people don't understand about tournament versus regular old gameplay is not only that tournaments are so much harder, but just like the weight on your back, the pressure. They don't understand that aspect. Practically every single person that's competing in the tournament is doing worse than they would do at home, and there's no question about it. They're all feeling some type of weird angst or like social anxiety. You know, they're competing nowhere near the level of how they would at home. Honestly, you have to be really comfortable or really good to counteract to that. Like, for example, I'm bringing up the most recent ALGs again, but the team that won, Gin Burton, in his final game, you see him with the hemlock, and he's spraying and spraying and spraying. He wastes about 120 ammo shooting at people from range when he could have put the hemlock on single fire, and he was literally bursting at them on a roof from like so far away. Honestly, you would say to a professional player, like, why the fuck is this guy not switching to single fire? It's like the most obvious choice. He's on a controller too. It's better for accuracy. You can poke at range better. But no, he literally was playing like a bot retard. Did you see anyone say, Gin Burton hacking? Gin Burton doesn't actually know how to play Apex? No, you really didn't. So overall, I don't know. I'm not even a Call of Duty fan, and now that I know that half of you are idiots, let's be fair, Apex is the same thing. The average KD is a 1, so your average player in Apex is also a bot, but I literally acknowledge that by literally just playing like every single match. So overall, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this female?
So if you guys see me play like dog shit, it's